Cause what the fuck?
We could talk about DDG.
Let's
Come
get
on.
it.
All right. Okay. So DDG has filed a lawsuit, or I think an injunctive action. I haven't read it yet, but it says, okay, it's an emergency motion to stop Halle Bailey from taking their infant son out of the country. She's claiming she poses an imminent emotional and psychological risk to the child. The rapper claims and files documents Wednesday morning asking for emergency hearing because he says Halle has made plans to fly with their son, Halo, to Italy on Saturday. DDG says the court shouldn't allow this because Halle isn't mentally healthy enough to care for herself or the child. And he worries what she might do if she leaves the court's jurisdiction. DDG provides examples of the alleged conduct he thinks is troubling, claiming Halle once took his gun and left the house without telling him where she was going. DDG alleges he ultimately found her outside just holding a weapon. He says she was pregnant when the incident went down.
You know what DDG did? You know what DDG did? Yo, Halle tried. Hold on. You know what DDG did? Halle tried to take his son away from him, and DDG said, "Yeah, I bet." Nigga. He said, "I bet, nigga." Hit her with a Uno reverse, nigga. Yo, she hit him with the he beat me allegations. He said, "Yeah." Once he beat those allegations in court, he said, "I bet, nigga." He said, "You thought you was the..." Come on, bro. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You got it.
He says Halle once tried to have an abortion behind his back, but says she ultimately changed her mind and decided not to go through with him. On another occasion, 2 months after Halo was born, DDG claims Halle sent a series of alarming text messages threatening to kill herself and suggesting that their infant son Halo might also be harmed. As you know, DDG has been accused of abusive behavior in the past by her, including once where her face was allegedly slammed into a steering wheel and she received a chipped tooth. But DDG is telling a different story of the events, claiming he came to pick up Halo for his custodial time. Halle jumped into the backseat when he did, demanded they come up with a formal co-parenting schedule. He alleges...
Yo, you know what my reaction to Halle... Yo, you know, my reaction to Halle coming out with that he smashed my face into a steering wheel, like, thing, my reaction was, are you serious right now, dude? Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. We knew that nigga ain't do that shit. Come on. Or she's exaggerating this shit. Like, come on, bro. Then I seen on Twitter, everybody got evidence that she been had chipped tooth, or she had something. They was debunking her shit, and I wasn't even paying it no mind. But all over my Twitter feed, they was debunking this shit. I'm like, damn, see, I was already knowing, bro. Are you serious right now?
She became so agitated, she started jumping from the back seat to hit him. Again, her momentum carried her forward, and she smacked her own teeth into the steering wheel. Here is his sustained injury. In fact, DDG says he was the one on the receiving end of the abuse by Halle, including photos of a large cut on his hand, which he said Bailey caused. DDG's asking the judge...
Now, hold on, because we seen, I think he sent a picture with the cut on his hand or something like that. And it was bad. Hold on, I'll low-key, before we get anywhere else, I want to see the cut. So that's why I got Twitter pulled up, and we gonna come to this shit, caribou shit. But DG cut. So this is what he's talking about. DG allegedly claimed Halle left cuts and marks on him in retaliation against him trying to see his son Halo. Slicing a nigga finger because he wants to see his son is crazy diabolical. That is diabolical. That is diabolical, my nigga. Alright, anyway. Let's go back.
Judge to block Halle from taking Halo to Italy. He also wants sole legal and physical custody of their son. If not granted sole custody, then he wants all the custodial exchanges facilitated by a third party. We reach out to Halle for word or comment. So far, no comment.
Hit her with the Uno reverse. She wanted She wanted custody and for him to have facilitated meetups. Now this nigga's hitting her with the no, nigga. You're having nigga yo, bro, where that car back? Bring that car back, bro. Hit her with the Uno reverses. Psych, nigga. You're having facilitated meetups, nigga. I want my kid and you have. You're getting watched while you're with my kid, bro. Cause what? Like, nigga, nah, that shit crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. DDG has either played his best move or his worst. I believe Halle, who already was losing the PR battle, and I keep telling you, if they can't win the PR battle, they're just gonna drop some shit and just claim you abused them. Now, that happened, and people were still like, I don't know if we believe this. Also, it seems like, you're really trying to do a career damaging move to this black man. We're not gonna give you the win in the PR move. It's pretty split on who people either believe or who they support during this really nasty battle for not necessarily custody, but it will be for custody. But
I'm not gonna lie.
This separate.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. What it seemed like, because a lot of people know DDG. I can't really say anything for the people who don't know DDG and aren't fans of DDG already and already hate the nigga. And they have every right to hate a nigga and have an opinion on the nigga. But I feel like people who are heavily on Halle's side, them either being fans or just people that hate DDG, they're really, really reaching and going for a girl's girl or you feel me, like a feminist route where they just are on the female side regardless. I feel like the people that are like going against DG really just hate. It's just those hate men mentality females that just hate men and finally have something to tweet out about and say men aren't shit and this and that. When most people with a brain realize, like, okay, Halle's doing something petty with all this. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying everything she's saying is a lie or is a truth. Like, I don't know DDG off any of this shit. I'm not opposing that any of that was going on, that they might not be toxic or whatever. But I know for a fact that it was being exaggerated and played, specifically at this time, to knock DDG off his grind and have people hate him, try to cancel him. That's for a fact. I know it's a petty play. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying none of that could have been happening, but why now? You know what I'm saying? Why now? If it was really happening, why didn't you do it before? But you wait until he's getting big in the streamer world, he's getting more popularity, he's bringing your kid to streams and stuff, and now now he hits me. Where did that come? It came out the blue. It's really you feel me? Like, it's like, come on, bro. Now you doing that? Nah, that's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like,
/ custodial fight. DDG has hit back with his own allegations of abuse and that she's suicidal and that she has problems, and some of the things that she's claiming that he did to her, she also
did to him,
initiated or did to herself. Here's the problem, and this is why I said DDG either played his best card or his worst. She's not going to give up on winning this PR battle.
I don't think so, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
And the way it works,
this is gonna last a minute.
At the end of the day, you're a man. Your finger could have been bitten off. It don't matter what happened. It will pale in comparison to, and I keep saying this, alleged ring camera video that she has. And the video doesn't have to show much. Or the video could be edited to not show what she did. They don't even got to drop the video. All they got to drop is a audio of her screaming, and
That's
everybody
true.
will turn against him.
That's so tough.
I think DDG clearly wants to be a father in his kid's life. And he deserves to be a father in his child's life. It's clear that Halle, whether it's being disgruntled at the fact that they're not together, I'm pretty sure in the bingo cards it was not her having or becoming a single mom. That could breed resentment. Watching DDG with woman after woman playing in her face, not seeming like the guy who she probably liked, and even though they're separated, seeing DDG
what's going on with
seemingly move on happily. That's probably an issue too. Now, I'm not here defending DDG. This clearly was a toxic relationship, no matter how she looks like the Little Mermaid. I'm pretty sure DDG did some toxic shit too. I believe Halle when they said he entered her property without her consent. I believe he probably thought she was fucking on Brent Fires or somebody. So when he showed up, and I believe he showed up without notice. I believe he probably showed up because he thought she was already fucking with somebody and he wanted to catch her in the act. She ain't answer the phone. She ain't answer the door. His ass either got a key or maybe he scaled it. I don't care how he got it. He got in the crib. I believe that.
Yeah, that's what I was
Where
saying.
I
like,
am,
I don't think
they
DDG
probably
is like just perfect either, and like shouldn't be taking like any responsibility or shouldn't like. I just think Haley's being a bitter baby mom. Like for me, I don't think DDG isn't toxic or they not toxic or whatever. I don't think for me DDG might have his problems. But I just feel like the timing and the reasoning and what's being shown is just you're just being a bitter baby mom, bro. Or Laura, you talking about this? Yes. Cause this shit
had a physical
that nigga hit the Uno reverse on Shorty now. Really, I'm now want to see where this shit finna go. Cause this shit crazy. At first, it's like then they split up. She was making the tweets. He brought the baby to Casanat stream. Without me knowing. It started there. Then boom, this nigga streaming and didn't even know TMZ come out. She got a restraining order, taking a baby from him and shit. Yo, nah, that's crazy. Then it's he be beating me and shit. Yeah, nah. Now I'm one of these parasocial niggas. I gotta know. I gotta know now.
Physically assaulted relationship that probably went both ways. The problem is DDG can't win that. You're a boxer, sir.
Yo, that's what's so sad though. Like it don't matter what happens if it comes to like a physical thing, even if y'all were both toxic, just as a man, bro, everybody gonna look at you crazy just cause you're a guy. And there's no winning that. Like there's literally no winning that, bro. It's just so sad. Like there's no winning that. Like society just expects you as a man to just let the female beat on you until you die, damn near. Because once you do something, it's like, oh no, you did that to a female? Oh nah, that's crazy. Like it's just a lose-lose situation regardless.
Have to decapitate you for people to have any ounce of sympathy, any ounce for any injury you received.
Yo, solid,
if she slaps you in the face, she just socked you in the eye. Bro. And that's why I say, like when DDG plays this card,
postpartum depression. Okay, but
you have.
Apparently, he was saying she was suicidal and shit. I don't think that don't got nothing to do with postpartum. Yo, Silent, I'm about to give you your money back, gang. Cause not right now, not right now, my nigga. But taking a gun and saying you gonna kill yourself and kill the baby, I don't think that's postpartum. Come on, bro. But like, yes, it do. Really? But is postpartum before you have the baby or conceive the baby or not? Because I thought postpartum is like after this depression makes people suicidal. Okay, that's true. But I thought postpartum is after like you already make the baby and shit. Apparently, what he was saying was she had the baby in her stomach and was saying she was gonna abort the baby. This was before anything. I don't think that's postpartum. Threatening to abort the baby when a nigga wanted the baby, like that's crazy. Regardless, I don't give a fuck, bro. Postpartum or not, hey, all that shit is crazy. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you depressed, my nigga. It is after the baby. No, they're about to pull up text. They're about to pull up text. You about to
expect that Halle and Rock Nation or whoever the hell is going to be assisting her with this. is going to say, checkmate. Now, I hope DDG strategizing.
Now, I'm not
I
gonna lie,
believe that
DDG got to be playing chess with this shit, bro.
going forward,
He was fucking a bitch.
this stuff would have probably came up in family court, because I don't know if you guys know, currently,
I would have brought the baby to her, y'all cool.
Currently.
I would never, I would never advise a female to abort a baby. Now, if you choose to on your own, like, if that's what you decide to do, I'm not stopping somebody. I would probably, like, for me, feel some type of way. But I'm not DG. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the one cheating with somebody and fucking some bitch in Mexico, so it don't got nothing to do with me.
Unless I'm wrong about this. I could be wrong. I want to see the actual court documents.
I want to be a single mother. I don't know. All of this is like...
The formal custody battle has not yet started, as much as we're hearing about custody. What I believe this is... Okay. Oh, thank you. Who's this?
The academic.
By the way, just sheer kick. Thank you for you posted that in the academy. I saw it immediately. Thank you. Thank you.
Why this nigga so...
Okay. He sent me the PDF file. Wow, this thing is huge. Pause.
He like so knowledgeable in the court system.
I don't think formal proceedings have started for their custody family court battle. Where I think this is happening is in a injunctive part of family court, which is called, they handle TROs and FROs.
Like DDG was trying to do the Duke Dennis.
A TRO is a temporary restraining order. Those are dealt with in family court.
was trying to pull the Duke Dennis, bro.
Permanent
trying to have
or final
6 different baby moms.
Restraining orders are dealt with in family court.
You were supposed to sit there with the baby.
If you show up to the police and said, yo, this nigga's beat my ass, he's threatening me, blah, 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 they will, in most cases, if you have a general and reasonable fear for your life, of that somebody who either have access to you or lives with you, they'll give and issue a temporary restraining order. They'll have a date that you could argue it out, and then they'll put certain things in place to protect you guys in the interim. From what I understand, this custody thing or the Italy thing, they were just saying, because when they do that among parents, they got to figure out what happens to the child. In doing that, since they granted the restraining order, because Halle says he beats my ass, they says, you keep the kid. Then they approved her to take the kid to go to Italy. So this is still about a restraining order. Okay? Now, they won't do a final restraining order hearing until there is formal, and this is how it happens in many states, formal court proceedings about what is going to happen with the child. Like, a child is not a piece of property. This is a human who actually needs both parents, and lifestyle needs to be maintained and needs to be cared for. So that understanding whether custody, that won't, it won't happen in the court. That's determined in the restraining order. The restraining order is going to be about, does Halle fear DDG, and is the fear continuing, and can she protect herself without us making this restraining order final? But before they do that, at some point they're going to have to get to court and just do custody battle. So they haven't started that from what I know.
You fear that same nigga that just cut his dreads off, that leave like that got like string bean legs and shit, that just be leaving marks on his legs and shit. You fear that nigga? Like, come on now, bro. You fear the when I'm out of town, I be tripping on beyond one. You fear that nigga? Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
You wrong. I've been wrong before.
Bro. You know we not doing nothing crazy like that.
The temporary custody order we last saw, was based on what do you call it again? The restraining order. I'll give you an example. If you're married to someone and y'all are in the house The woman goes to the cops and says he beat my ass. The judge will sign off on an order and oftentimes kick the guy out the house. Now, if the guy legally owns
2 times speed, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sorry. 2 might be too fast though. Hold on, let me see.
The house with you, that's why it's temporary. At some point, the judge is going to say, y'all need to figure out that asset before I could make this, because I can't ban this person for life from a place they live at. Right? So you guys figure that out, or figure out the deal with the kids. Give me a second. I do have the, I have the order here. Or not the order, but thing. Okay. Right. Request for order, temporary emergency order.
Oh, this nigga got all of the documents, bro. Nah, what?
Peer record. Okay, perfect. Is this about the? Okay.
Bro, is he leaking addresses? Bro, is this not the address? Oh no, this is the corporation or whatever. Never mind. Yo, bro, what? Yo, this is
perfect.
crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Is this about the? Okay. Yeah, it looked like it seemed like it's a restraining order. It's about the restraining order. So yeah, they still haven't gotten to the, because whenever they do get to a proper custody hearing, child support has to be established, visitation, supervised visits, who gets the kid on the summer, can the child be in Instagram pictures or be on streams, all that get hammered out in actual court. Finances has to be submitted. How much time is the kid spending with you versus you? What is needed? What y'all lifestyles look like? What does the kid lifestyle needs to look like? That's a long thing if you ask. Okay. All right. So maybe is this the initiation? We don't know. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay. So it's an emergency order, but it's following. Okay, here we go. All right. So ex parte application for and continue. Okay, so I keep telling you. So I'm right. This is still restraining order. This is gonna be nasty for couples, and this is also why I do tell even us dudes, we gotta have enough emotional intelligence and shit. I am one who is probably, I might be the person who needs to be preached to as well. But this is why a lot of times with your ex, you don't you don't want to smoke with them. You know what I'm saying? The point is this, especially if you have kids, and shit, Austin and Cardi B will go through the same thing. This is gonna be very long and drawn out. So this restraining order shit is gonna happen for months. Then they gotta fight over custody. Then they're gonna go back and forth with child support. This is gonna be another year of DDG just being in and out of court.
Hold on, I think 2 is a little too. It's not like 2 is just a little too fast.
And here's the thing: they have a kid, so he can't avoid it. He has a kid, so unless he's gonna just do an Anthony Edwards and just throw his hands up and say "fuck it, keep the kid, nigga, I'm good," he's gonna have to be in and out of court. And this is what usually hurts us men, because us dudes don't want to be in court the whole time, especially if you got a kid. You don't have to go to court. There's a lot of dudes I know, they would be good parents, but they can't be bothered with the court process. They don't have money for an attorney, so DDG's gonna have to make time for all that. And we're going to see how it turns out. So a temporary emergency order prohibiting Halle from traveling outside the United States, specifically to Italy, with a minor child, Halo St. Granberry, okay? The continuance of the hearing is calendared for this day. On the petitioner's request for the domestic violence restraining order, given the untimely service and filing of the respondent's competing DVRO request on the 3rd, okay? Such relief is whatever. So look like they're basically just saying DDG's challenging it. And because he's challenging her restraining order with his allegations as well, so he's making allegations against her, he's saying, y'all only really listen to her side when you granted the temporary restraining order. I have a side too. Here's my filing. She beat me up too. And since we're going to have hearings in court to figure out who's telling the truth, until then, the baby shouldn't go nowhere. The baby shouldn't go a motherfucking place, okay? So he's trying to get an injunction, which is a stopping. No, we're going to reverse that decision. You can't bring the baby nowhere, okay? Now, he's going to have to address if she got to go there for work, who will the baby stay with? Now, maybe, I'll see if he's smart with this. He might be like, yo, her mom could keep her here. You just can't bring the baby overseas. And that might be a little bit of pettiness, which I think you start getting petty with your baby moms. Shit could go left. And, again, I want to be clear in what I'm saying. I'm not saying DDG sticking up for himself is a bad thing. I'm saying, here's the thing. Everything that's going to come out of this, nothing will hurt the perception of her. Your fan base already thinks she's whatever. Everybody else who's going to consume it is only going to look at you as a deadbeat, abuser. And that's why, men, a lot of these process doesn't really help us. But DDG kind of got to go through it because otherwise you're giving up your child. Sorry. I got water? I do. Okay. So, DDG has submitted his own request for a restraining order. So imagine somebody got a restraining order on you, it's temporary, but you then filed a restraining order on them. So because of that, and by the way, that is attached as Exhibit D, they want the emergency order to say, don't let the kid go nowhere because she has emotional instability and coercive control on part of the petitioner, repeated threats of suicide and self-harm, instances where the petitioner endangered the child's safety while in emotional distress, and they make an argument to say, you should not pick a side. Now, here's the thing. We do live in America. In the United States of America, they usually, on most issues that are split, mommy says this, daddy says this, they're going with mommy, okay? Petitioner has demonstrated persistent pattern of psychological instability and also suicidal behavior. The evidence can be found in the petitioner's own text messages as attached to the respondent's DVRO filings, okay? The earliest documentation of this is March 2022 when the parties were in Atlanta. After an argument, the respondent attempted to leave the residence in his effort to de-escalate the situation. The petitioner responded by repeatedly calling and texting him. Eventually, claiming she had a knife and was implying she would harm herself if she did not return. The event is significant not only because it demonstrates suicidal ideation, but because it marked the beginning of a recurrent pattern in which the petitioner would threaten or feign self-harm as a manipulative tool to control the respondent's movement and decisions within the relationship. The behavior escalated in August 2023 during a volatile confrontation with the petitioner, seized the respondent's legally owned firearm after a argument, and left the house in possession of the weapon. The respondent was unable to locate her and was concerned for her safety. Immediately alerted his mother, his fiance, and her fiance. His mother's fiance, who ultimately found the petitioner outside the home still holding the firearm. She was described as emotionally unwell, incoherent, potential suicidal. This incident was particularly grave. The petitioner not only placed herself at risk, but utilized a lethal weapon in a context that clearly endangered the physical and psychological safety of those around her, including the couple's unborn child. The most serious episode occurred on March 21st, 2024, when the petitioner sent a serious...
At this point, Halo wasn't born yet. That's what I'm saying. This isn't postpartum depression. This is just, that's crazy. Like, she's threatening DDG, apparently, from what he's saying. She's threatening him with killing the baby on him going to do, like, trying to stop him from going and doing whatever he wanted to go do for him, which is crazy. Yo, bro, this nigga's silent, bro. Like, niggas can't be serious with this nigga at all, bro.
Physical and psychological safety of those...
She was trying to manipulate him and control his movements, telling him where he can and can't go. I don't know if this is because, for me, Lala or whatever that they had going. Bro, I can't wait till that shit come up, because I think that shit is crazy.
Around her, including the couple's unborn child. The most serious episode occurred on March 21st, 2024, when the petitioner sent a series of alarming text messages threatening to kill herself after suggesting that their infant son might also be harmed. She proceeded to drive her vehicle with the child in the car while in an emotionally unhinged state. The respondent was so disturbed by her condition that he immediately contacted the petitioner's godmother to intervene and assist. The implications of this...
Sons, you wildin'. Bro, Silent, that was your loud ass fart that we can hear through the fucking screen, my nigga. Stink booty ass nigga. Oh shit. Stink booty ass nigga. Bro. I love. Checking for stains right now. Nigga, I'm trying to turn this light back on. There we go. Well, we can't see you, nigga. Let's turn the light back on.
Are that deeply troubling. Petitioner placed the life of a minor child in direct jeopardy by operating a motor vehicle while in the mental state that she herself described as suicidal. The risk to the child's physical and emotional well-being was imminent, severe, and wholly avoidable. Yet precipitated by the petitioner's unregulated emotional impulses. In September and November of 2024, the petitioner again sent messages threatening to end her life during times of emotional distress and conflict with the respondent. These continued threats, documented in Exhibits 4 and 5 of the respondent's declaration, demonstrates the petitioner's instability is not only a thing of the past, but a present and ongoing danger. Her threats have reoccurred during the conflicts regarding custody, parenting time, and the respondent's refusal to reconcile or confirm to her emotional demands. Each instance reveal a troubling pattern, an impulsive behavior, manipulative threats, and disregard for emotional and physical safety of the minor child. Taken together, this pattern paints a picture of a parent who's currently unfit to exercise unilateral, unsupervised decision-making regarding the child, particularly as a backdrop as serious as international travel. A parent who has threatened suicide repeatedly and who has armed herself with a firearm while in an emotional crisis, who is driven with the child in a potential suicidal state and who continues to escalate when emotional dysregulated, cannot be entrusted for care of a vulnerable infant abroad without the safety net of California court supervision, welfare checks, and mental health intervention, or child protective services. The prospect of the petitioner traveling alone with the child to Italy for an extended period of time presents a clear and unacceptable risk to the child's emotional and physical safety. It would remove the child from all established safeguards and place him in entire custody of a parent who has demonstrated
the thing I feel is the most insane is that Halo's gonna grow up and at one point see all of this shit that's going on between his parents and the relationship. Like, I don't know how I would feel if I turned 18 and I seen my mom and dad were doing these petty ass things, and it comes up that my mom was trying to kill me before I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's gonna be crazy growing up and seeing like damn, my mom really did all this and my dad really did all that. Like, bro, that shit's gonna be insane. Yeah, and 18 is just like a stretch age. Like, nigga, it's gonna happen before then. Nigga, nigga, fuck 16, nigga at like 13, and nigga gonna be like, nigga at 11, he gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is my parents doing? You feel me?
Potential for impulsive and self-destructive conduct. For these reasons, and considering the credible and uncontroverted evidence submitted, the court should find that the petitioner presents a significant risk to the minor child's welfare, and that this risk justifies the immense issuance of an emergency order prohibiting international travel until the completion of the DVRO.
He'll be rich though, bro. Rich.
Now,
Being
here's the thing too.
like,
This is why
being
people.
born rich
This is why
don't fix
people.
all your problems.
No, this is why I say you can't.
Especially
all this Tory
problems
stuff.
like these, my nigga.
You can't.
Like, you can't fix this.
When it comes to men and women in domestic violence situation, ain't nobody a snitch because there's certain ways you have to use. You gotta use the courts. For example, Halle put out she got a restraining order. They're not gonna litigate that for a while, right? Until then, they give Halle the son. The only way for him to get his son back, he has to make allegations. He has to. Then he probably would never even brought up any of these things about Halle, but he has to bring them up to justify why he thinks they should put an injunction to say no, you can't go nowhere with them. For example, and by the way, here's the thing too. Like domestic violence,
And that's
restraining order is very
another
serious.
thing too, bro. Bro, shit like bringing shit like this up, like bringing up problems in a relationship is always the females be so quick to do something like that. Like, bro, if it wasn't for her doing it, like bringing it out in the light and doing a restraining order and everything, I don't think DDG would have ever said anything about it, like at all. And that's just like proves like the difference in love that niggas have and females have, bro. Like, y'all females be having such like, especially when it comes to their emotions, they have such a switch. Like, it just switch. Like, it's just fuck everything that this nigga got going, or fuck you in general. And like, how the fuck you go from loving somebody to completely hating somebody? Exactly, love to hate. That's what I'm saying. It's like a complete switch. Like, bro, a nigga will be like, damn, like I used to love her and I had so much love, so I would never do this. Females be like, I love this nigga and switching. Fuck this nigga whole life, nigga. It's like, damn, like what the fuck, bro? That's why, bro, I can't. I hate everything you stand for. I'm saying this shit.
DDG has to surrender his weapons to law enforcement once he's served. As soon as the judge signs off on that and the police officer shows up to his property to serve him, whatever weapons, they actually have a warrant to seize all weapons. And they tell him he has to turn over all weapons. So now his right, or his Second Amendment right, the right to bear arms, is now impeded by a temporary restraining order that is not even fully litigated. If someone had broken into DDG's house, he could have harmed him because now he doesn't have a gun that he can protect himself. So you see how when someone files a restraining order, sometimes, especially when they're not making decisions about your kid, the only way you could combat this, you got to get your own restraining order. Okay? All right. International travel will remove all the child from legal protections. Okay, we understand that they're going to cite a bunch of stuff. In conclusion, please issue a immediate order prohibiting petition from removing a minor child of state.
And now imagine, right? Imagine Halle now. Imagine Halle really hate this nigga to the point where, hey, feel me? This restraining order should make him have to turn in all his weapons. Imagine she really sends somebody to go over there and really end that nigga. That shit would be crazy. He literally can't do nothing. Like, dead ass can't do nothing. I mean, there's probably somebody in his crib with some.
California, continue to hear him. Like, okay, perfect. All right, so here are, this is his declaration.
Nobody at his
right?
crib.
This is his declaration, where he's now asking for a restraining order. Okay, I'm responding, right? This isn't him. I am submitting this declaration of, I'm in support of my application for domestic violence restraining order against petitioner Halle Bailey, who will be known as after the petitioner, okay? I'm a musician, and I've been having a successful career since 2017, a multi-platinum rapper, singer, songwriter, and streamer. I maintain a large presence on YouTube and social media. The petitioner is also a singer and a songwriter who's had success in R&B and film. The petitioner and I began dating around November 2021. We shared one child together, Halo, born in December 22nd, 2023. Our relationship became volatile and it was marked by repeated arguments, threats, and physical altercation. Petitioner has weaponized our child to exert coercive control and manipulation over me, interfering with my access to Halo. While I made every effort to be as precise as possible with dates to the abuse inflicted by the petitioner occurred, it's difficult to recall exact dates of every event. Okay, summary of the events perpetrated on me. Okay, so she would threaten self-harm. During the pregnancy, she would threaten that she would abort the kid if I would not reconcile, or so basically, if he wouldn't get back with her, or if he wouldn't, maybe they were arguing and he was like, fuck it, we're over it. Like, if you don't get back with me, I'm killing this kid because I'm pregnant, right? Or he wouldn't, like, succumb to her demands. Petitioner on multiple occasions.
If you don't get back with me, I'm killing this kid is crazy sentence, bro. It's a crazy sentence. If you don't get back with me, I'm killing this kid is crazy. That is insane, bro. Everyone got a slide, but he was born in 2023, but he missed Prime 2K in Fortnite.
Her privacy, invaded his privacy by going through his phone while he was asleep.
What?
Petitioner engaged in physical abuse perpetrated by slapping and punching during an August 2024 argument over my phone. Petitioner repeatedly struck me while I was driving a car on August 16th, 2024, while leaving Bruno Mars concert in Los Angeles. He repeatedly struck me while we were parked outside the house during custody exchange, blah, 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 and falsely claimed I slammed her head into the steering wheel. Petitioner, on multiple occasions, has physically attacked me during custodial exchanges, but wasn't limited to grabbing and pulling Halo from my arms. Petitioner has surveilled me through the surreptitious use of Apple AirTags placed within my vehicles. Oh shit, rookie. Only AirTags? DG, tell me, let me know when they're stepping up to like actual tracking device, right? Rookie move. Petitioner shows up uninvited even to events, including to a movie theater and studio sessions, often results in confrontations. Pushed me and attempted to attack my companion while outside a movie theater of June 2023. The petitioner has frequently used racial slurs.
Postpartum is after you had a baby, so this is, bro. This is like just, this is just her being in her emotions, bro. Postpartum is you have the baby, and from what I know, postpartum is like the attachment and obsession of your relationship with your child after you had a baby. So the connection and emotional connection you have with your baby after you have it. So you wanting the baby to be safe, worrying about where the baby's at after you have it, like obsessively. Like you as a mother don't even want to give it to the father for a day or leave and go work or whatever you're doing. You want to be seeing your baby 24/7 because you're either worried or obsessed with the baby. That's from what I know, that's postpartum depression or whatever it is, stuff like that. But seeing this, like this was before that. That's crazy.
And profane language directed at me in front of others, including my friends, family, of our child. Petitioner has denigrated and demeaned my masculinity, saying I wasn't enough a man for her. Petitioner exercises coercive control over me by withholding access to our son, based upon my refusal to abide and by her dictates and demands. She frequently changes around agreed upon custodial agreements without notice, denying access to the child as a control or punishment, blocks communication, and demands that all communication
when, as a society, are we gonna stop letting people who aren't men tell men what they're supposed to do, bro? Like, come on, bro. As a man, saying as a man when you're not a man. Like, we gotta stop that, bro. Like, it just gotta stop, my nigga. Cause I don't ever, like, niggas don't ever say as a woman or as a female, never, bro. So we just gotta stop that shit. At your grown ass age, my nigga. I understand a kid saying that, but at your grown age, you're saying as a man.
Through my mother. Petitioner emotional outburst has destroyed my personal property, including my laptop, contained critical music and content work. Petitioner stole my legally owned firearm, blah, 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 and was found outside in possession of her. Okay, so now they're saying, in early 2022, our relationship deteriorates like a year after they've been together. Petitioner became verbally aggressive, largely due to her growing hostility related to my professional collaboration with other women and her fixation over my past relationships. During a Grammy weekend in February 22, Petitioner became enraged over a text message between me and a previous girlfriend. Ooh. Ain't that Ruby Rose? I think so. An argument ensued, which Petitioner texted another man, arranging to meet at 2 a.m. following the Grammy after party. Although my messages were platonic in nature, Petitioner... Huh? Oh, Petitioner. So damn, so it looked like Halle was cheating on him too. After an argument ensued where Petitioner texted another man to meet at 2 a.m. following the Grammy party. Although my messages were platonic in nature, Petitioner fixated on them and retaliated by texting this other individual. Oh my God. Yo, Halle was cheating? Oh no. This marked the point at which I attempted to end the relationship. Despite my attempts to end the relationship, the petitioner continued to contact and pursue me over time. Her persistence elicited a sense of sympathy in me, which ultimately led to a reconciliation. Unfortunately, following a reunion, her behavior just grew increasingly volatile, characterized by the escalating verbal abuse and eventually physical aggression. Shortly after we reconciled, and despite her best intention, the relationship continued to suffer because of petitioner's insecurity. Give me one second.
Stop.
Holy.
Bro, why y'all compare me to everybody? Nigga, I've been called annoying, silky, pop smoke, DDG. Like, come on, bro. Like,
chat, I ain't gonna lie to you. Give me one second, chat. I just seen that, and I see a few other things popping up in the media. Chat, I gotta order food. We're in for a doozy. I just thought about it. It ain't no way I could get off of this stream before 8 hours, so I gotta order food. I'm sorry, chat. Let me order food. I was thinking about like a 6-7 hour stream today. It ain't gonna happen. So let me just order my food.
This nigga act is so happy.
Oh, man, there's a lot of shit going on today. Chat, what we order? Yeah, there's no way I can get off stream today. Like, by the time I'm done with this, I gotta get back to the DDG case. I have three or four topics that's hip hop. Then I have another story I just see kind of like.
Females like to cheat back. Females got a cheat back mentality. You cheated, so I get to cheat back. That don't even make sense in my head. But for females, that's girl math. You cheated, I get to cheat back. So I'm not really surprised she did that. I'm not.
There's a lot today. There's a lot. It's all good. And I don't want to save none of these for. I don't want to save none of these topics for tomorrow.
Bro, this shit like this really give me no hope Like, no hope, bro. I'm doomed, my nigga. Like, I won't be able to find nobody with no sense of mind, my nigga. Like, ever.
Wow.
Ever. Like, it don't matter how much
Wow.
money. Like, it don't matter what you do, my
listen.
nigga. I'm like, bro, I just got no hope for, like, my generation, my nigga. It's just no hope, my nigga.
Okay.
People really fucking crazy.
Okay, perfect. Y'all good? Make sure everybody's good. We're locking in today, chat. Y'all gotta keep my company. We're locking in today. We're locking in. We're locking in. We're gonna get to every topic. Don't you worry. We're locked. Locked in. Chicken. We gonna rock out. Okay. Actually, tuned in for the let you know. I know you guys love me too. I've been going to sleep at like 2. I don't care. It was the to go worried as Halle Bailey is to go get too drunk. Okay. All right. So all right, baby. We're kind of reading here. Petitioners accuse me of. Oh, I didn't order. I don't get too drunk. Whatever. Thank you. Okay, so we're back to it. So before I get back to reading some of these text messages.
Wait, hold on. See, now I got slow down because now this nigga on Twitter. I was gonna go on Twitter. He might have some of these tweets that I might as well see.
I ain't gonna lie. Academics TV is the GOAT account. Academics TV is the GOAT account, bro. I'm sorry, it's the GOAT account. They posted 38 seconds ago, or 38 minutes ago. It says old footage has surfaced of DDG in distress, worried as Halle Bailey demands DDG to get off stream with a knife in her hand. Let me see this.
Nah, this can't be true. Nah, wait, this was. Hold on, bro.
Demands DDG to get off stream with a knife in her hand. Let me see this. The fuck?
Yeah, about to go somewhere far.
I don't know. She said if she walk over here, you still on stream. She couldn't walk over here. She said she told you to get off.
You said what?
She told you to get off. She said she couldn't walk over. She's like, you better be on stream. I just told her to get off. She said she coming.
Don't tell. I ain't trying to get no whooping, bro.
Okay, now I feel like that's a skit, bro. I feel like that's something. What the fuck? I feel like he playing.
DDG gladfully she didn't find the internet closet, nigga. She wouldn't tell you more than twice to get off stream. She would have plugged the bitch out. All right, Chad. It was good. It's been real. I'm out. That's what he finna say.
Yeah.
That boy looks stressed. I know one of them ones still.
I wasn't even supposed to get on stream today, y'all.
Oh, man.
Damn.
She coming.
Oh, she coming. DDG.
Off.
W-Dub.
He off.
No, he's not.
You want me to get up?
I mean, we still on. We gotta
Yo, she sounds like an angel, bro.
go get some food.
Okay. I'm about to get up.
Okay.
Yo, they making.
Put it down.
I gotta go, y'all, before I get whooped. I love you.
Bro, they make it seem like she's like a monster or some shit. And then she come talking with her like she got like that high pitched ass voice and shit. She just sound like a little ass baby. Oh my god, she coming. Are you still on stream? Can you get off? Are you getting off right now? And them niggas just looking at her crazy and shit.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Yo, this is the worst, chat. This is the worst shit, chat. Y'all don't do the math? She's shitting on DDG saying, you ain't that lit. You not even like, you better get on some Jay-Z shit. She's shitting on his career. My boy's trying to grind. You know when you grind, you got to buckle in. Today's a grind day. We got to do 10 hours. We grinding. She's shitting on you, so you trying to come up. You grinding. But then she on your ass. Get off stream. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Yo, this look right here. This look right here. This look. Hey, it ain't no coincidence, gang. As soon as he gets rid of her, That nigga went to the moon. That look right there is like, that look right there. Yo, let me tell you this. You see men suffer in silence.
That's fact.
So I'm speaking to streamers. You know, salute to the people who don't, because I actually, you know, I'm in the school of thought now. You know, I did dumb shit before. I don't want to bring that type of shit online. Because I criticize other people when they bring it online. And I get we human too, but I don't want to do it no more. Like, I look back at stuff where I was like, yo, let me tell y'all what really happened. Bro, I feel like that shit was dumb, bro. So, like, what happens is you get to a point you start suffering in silence. And any streamer, I think, was it Soul Illuminati or there was some other streamer who was going through some shit with some chick? And let me tell you, when you look at that streamer's face, they got this look right here. Trust me. I empathize with all you. Stop this. Like, picking, that's the look of. Fuck what you're working on. I need you now here. The bricks. Fire out. It's crazy. Okay. So we are back to the tweets. Back to the tweets. Please take Halo. She says, I'm genuinely scared of you, man. I think one day you gonna kill me in my sleep. I'm not allowing you in my house around guns. Please just go home. I'll pick up Halo from there. So it looked like she shows up to his residence. She's like, no, Halo is here. Let us in the house. You know what this is.
Please take Halo. I'm genuinely scared of you. I feel like you're gonna kill me in my sleep one day. I'm not allowing you in my house around guns. Please just go home and I'll pick up Halo from there. Me and Halo are in the code and you won't let us in your house. Are you serious? Sheesh. Nah, yeah, it's getting bad.
Says, she know DDG is in there with Lala, the island girl, giving her back shots. Got her twisted up like a pretzel. Got her doing the bobblehead treatment. A woman's intuition usually right. I ain't gonna cap. Y'all usually right. He definitely in there with Lala, the island girl. That's why he's saying, even though you brought my son to my house, I think you can't be allowed around guns, so go home and I'll come to your house to go get it. W gaslight, okay? Trust me. I'm not letting you in my house around guns.
Yo,
I'm hearing pajamas in the code. You won't let us in your house. Wow, okay. I asked for help. I asked you to take Halo from me right now. You know, as soon as he opened the door, when he be like, yo, take your kid. No, I'm only here to drop off your kid. No, just take your kid. As soon as DDG opened that door to take a kid, she barged right in the door. Hold up. Where that bitch at? Where that bitch at? Where's she at? Lala, where you at, bitch? Where you at? Fucking on my nigga, where you at? You know that was gonna go on. So you can't open the door.
Yo, nah, Ack is hilarious.
Baby mama stunt number one. Come take your kid. We just out here in the cold. Yo, look at Halo. He's shivering. DDG said, no, go home. I got guns in here. No, come just get him. Please, please. I'm at the door. You open the door, but I give him the kid. Barge right in. Where's that bitch? I'm telling you, everybody know this game. All right.
Nah, Ack's
so clearly,
funny as shit. I'm not gonna lie.
So you'll never hear from me again. He says, it's not safe for you to be around guns. Please go home. We'll figure it out later. There's no later. They're playing a game of gaslighting. She's acting like, I'm not there to check if you got bitches. I'm just there to, I just want to give you your son. DDG's playing another game. He said, nah, you can give me my son at your house, not my house. Since I called and texted 1,000 times, so you got a baby in the arms, so like, text up and stuff. You can't tell I didn't ask for your help and hide my struggle. I didn't even deny me to spend time at the club. You left me outside cold in your house. We can never come back from this. You missed a chance to take Halo. We're leaving. So as long as you don't hurt yourself, I'm cool with that. We'll figure it out later. You can't tell no chick that. I already started hurting myself.
Yo, what? You miss your chance to take Halo. We're leaving. As long as you don't hurt yourself, I'm cool with that. We'll figure it out later. I've already started hurting myself. Congrats. And then this manipulation of congrats, like it's your fault. Like, yo, nah, this is sick. Nah, this is sick in the head.
Yo, this is crazy. I already started hurting myself. Congrats. I'm dead. You ever had a chick text you, I'm dead? You're like, the bitch got a ghost. I'm dead. You killed me. You killed me. Evil, evil man. You never cared about me. Popular gaslighting thing. You never loved me. You never cared about me. You call my family. So he's calling her family like, yo, could you get your daughter? Like, she's over here saying she's gonna kill herself. Bro, she got my son with her. Like, could y'all just get her? She is tweaking on me right now.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. And this is why bro, once the gaslighting, the shit start, I'm out, bro. I don't know how y'all get this deep into a relationship and still be there, bro. I've been in a relationship where girls start cutting herself. Word to you, I say, yo, bro, don't ever. I looked her in her eyes and say, yo, bro, don't ever do this again. I swear to God, if you do this again, I'm going. Like, I'm not gonna be here. She didn't even get the chance to do, like, once, like, yo, bro, I swear to God, like, once you start, bro, once I see the red flags, my nigga, I dip. Like, bro, I don't got no type of patience for no type of shit. I see a red flag, I'm out of there. Like, how the fuck y'all niggas be seeing so many red flags and just be still there? Like, I don't fucking get that. For males and females, like, how do you see so many red flags in that nigga or that female and y'all just stay there? Like, it don't make sense to me, bro. Bro, nah, yo, she's sick in the, yo, bro, this is crazy.
I make sure she's good. She's saying she's gonna kill herself. I'm not answering anyone. I called you because I need to speak to you, and now you made it worse. You never cared about me or loved me. It was all a lie. You have treated me like shit on the ground. I didn't deserve this. I tried my hardest. I want to live. I want to be happy. I don't want to die, but I don't know what else to do. I tried.
Bro,
I'm reaching out for your help, but please don't get your son. I am not okay. I'm not okay. I don't want him to be around me like this. I don't know what else to do. You hurt me too bad. You made everything so much worse. I don't want to be around Halo like this. I'm coming to get him. But then you come and try to take him from me and say disrespectful shit to me like back his back. Like I'm a dog. You've hurt me too bad. You've hurt me to my core. Please, leave me alone. I'm not okay, and it's because of you.
Bro, what the fuck am I looking at? Yo. It must be stressful. No, that shit is stressful, gang. So why me and sons don't talk to us? Hold on, whoa. I'm not gay, gang. I never said I was gay, my nigga. You got that. You got that one, my nigga. Who said I don't talk to us? Yeah, I talk to us, nigga. But when I see a red flag, my nigga, I'm gone. All we do is play games and rot in our rooms. See now, okay, alright, bro.
I'm not okay, and it's because of what you did. I'm not okay. Please, just leave me alone. He's so rational. So can I get Halo or not, Halle? I'm tired of asking. I reached out for help multiple times. There's proof everywhere. That I tried to reach out for help before I did this. I'm on the way to grab Halo. See, I tried so hard. I did everything I could. I loved you to the best I could. I thought me having a child would prove to you my commitment, my loyalty. See, that's another problem. Women having a kid, saying that. And so if you ask me, DDG cheated. I'm being fair here, people. DDG cheated, and she cheated too. We're in the age of women saying they're getting their lick back. They go do some dumb shit. Oftentimes,
I swear to God, I said that same shit, bro. We're in this, yo, bro, right now, females head is math. Yo, he cheated, I'ma cheat back. Now the nigga get tight, and this is her saying, I'ma be loyal. I thought me having your child will prove my commitment. Like, yo, what?
times the man could never look at you the same no more. Like, DDG couldn't look at her the same. Probably still fuck her a couple times. She get pregnant. At the end of the day, still Halle Bailey. I ain't gonna lie, you'd rather have a baby with a chick that's lit than a chick that's a bum. So you wanted her to keep it, you know, cool. But they're not together. She says, I'm only keeping it if we're together.
God, this is
okay?
Crazy.
She's looking at it like, okay, I'll have the child, but this is gonna mean that me and him are good. No, Halle, whatever nigga you met up with at 2 a.m., it's clipped. That nigga is not gonna ever look at you the same no more. So it's like he's like, y'all a public couple, but he ain't fucking with you like that. And so now, ooh, she's saying, I thought me having a kid was gonna prove my loyalty. If she's saying prove my loyalty, it means she was being disloyal at a point, or he thought she was being disloyal at a point. But you went behind my back. Now the son will have a broken home. I tried so hard. I did everything I could up until this point. Why do I have to do something drastic for anyone to take me serious? You will miss me when I'm gone. I'm tired. I've been alone in this apartment for 6 days, every day in my bed. I've gone crazy in this room. I don't want to be here anymore. Please leave me alone. You've done enough. Okay? So now this is a declaration of George Charleston. No. Oh, why is this here? Okay. DDG hits her and says, stop talking like you won't hurt yourself for Halo. I will never hurt my child, ever. I'm simply not tough enough for this world. Please take Halo so he doesn't have to see. I'm not okay. My heart is broken. I can't pretend everything's okay. I've asked for help so many times, too many times. I feel like I'm drowning. You never cared about me, not once. You lied about loving me. You never did. I'm just too heartbroken. Please just leave me. I'll be gone soon and he could be free. I'm exhausted. I can't keep up anymore. I won't. He says, you didn't talk about Halo for more than 2 minutes. That whole conversation was about girls. Typical. She only cared if DDG's sticking his penis in another bitch. That's it. That's it. She only cares if DDG was sticking his penis in another girl. She's using the baby as bait.
You know.
So she's calling him. He says,
why is Zach reading it like this? I can't take it serious. Crying face emoji.
Oh,
crying face emoji.
Yo, that is too funny.
Other women to speak on me. I keep going because how much I love our son. He says, I have 40K bills every month. I have no choice to work. Women, yo, I keep telling you, women are only loyal to one thing. Not a man, not a kid, their emotion. A woman will burn down the house she's in. And then when she's out of her feelings tirade, she's like, oh shit, I don't got a place to live. A woman will fuck up shit that benefits her as long as she's upset. Okay? So a woman don't care that you got to work to make the 40K. She'll fuck everything up. He says, and how much? So he says, and how much I know he needs me. He says, messages in reply to a thread. It says, every day I want him because he's embarrassed. So I guess DDG says, send me a clip of a girl disrespecting you. And then he says, I'll give you 10K if you can. Because he's saying, ain't no girl that I'm fucking with disrespecting you. Or you think I'm fucking with disrespecting you. She says, you constantly hurt me. Then try to say I'm wrong for asking for support. I just thought we'd do what I wanted to do today since it's Mother's Day. But if you really want to go, you can. I'll just go home and pack. Hello? Hello? He says, yo, if you don't come back here, I'm going to call the police. I don't want you to do something stupid. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You have a son. I know you took my gun. He says the gun has no safety on it. Put it down. There's nothing to play with. He sends her a picture of their son and says, you're going to let him go through life without a mom. I have to call the police. I can't let this happen. So I tried calling. It's just weird you wouldn't check on me if we made it safely. This is my point. After a day like yesterday and the things you said to me, you're just not capable of showing me any affection or love. I call and you send me the voicemail like I'm disturbing you, like I'm a fly that's in your way. Holy shit. Holy shit. So this is the order again. Scroll now. I don't know why it has the declaration again, but whatever. All right. We read these already. Seen these. We're just trying to look at everything.
DDG's PR team do overtime. Oh god.
I think this has the majority of it. Yeah. So this is Tanya Granberry, this Gabby's mom. That's what his mom says. I'm the mother of DDG. To respond to the above entitled matter, I make this declaration based on my personal knowledge. And if called as a witness, I can testify and would testify to the competency of me and the facts that I state herein. I live in Los Angeles County. I'm closely involved in my son's life, as is my fiance, George Charleston, who serves as my son's driver. Both George and I was involved in identifying and locating multiple AirTags secretly placed in his vehicles. The first AirTag was discussed then. Okay, cool. Tisha made calls to me directly that night, angrily stating that she knew Daryl was at the movies and made threats to fuck him up. George and I drove to the theater out of concern for Daryl's safety. When we arrived, we saw the petition outside. That's Halle, visibly upset and trying to confront and physically fight the woman he was with. I personally intervened to help. Oh, that's W Moms. De-escalate the situation. The next day, George, Daryl, and I thoroughly searched the Maybach and found a Apple AirTag hidden beneath the seat. The discovery clarified to us how the petitioner had tracked him the day before. A few days, we received other AirTag alerts while driving his Cadillac Escalade. Approximately 2 or 3 weeks later, we found another AirTag in Escalade, this time concealed in a vitamin bottle. Another AirTag was found after the birth of his son. I personally found this in a diaper bag. Each discovery involving Daryl, George, and I were working together to locate the devices. George would receive alerts and would search the vehicles until the AirTags were physically recovered. In January 2025, George and I moved into Daryl's home. So now DDG's living with his mom and stepfather, or supposed stepfather. They're not married yet. While helping clean and organize the house, I discovered a box of unused AirTags in a drawer in his bedroom. They'd been left behind by the petitioner, who had lived in his home on and off before and during her pregnancy. She moved out shortly after the baby was born. In December 2023, the box of AirTags remained in Daryl's possession. The repeated placement of these tracking devices established clear and deliberate pattern of unauthorized surveillance and stalking by Halle. These are the AirTags.
Nah, putting AirTags in a nigga car to make sure he not going to no bitch's house is crazy. Yo.
So they were acting like they were floral cat collars. That I guess you could put the AirTag in here. This is the husband, or about to be husband, of DDG's mom. I'm the fiance of Tanya Granberry. I regularly serve as his driver and have been present during multiple occasions in which AirTags were discovered. Okay, so this is all about the AirTags. Yeah. Yep, AirTags. They're playing it close. Both in their declaration, they only speak to finding AirTags. I'm talking about the mom and her fiance. They don't speak to any violence between them. So the mom could have said, oh, I saw her hit my son, or I saw injuries on my son. That was from her. None of that. The driver, the fiance of his mom and his mom, only say they're the one who found the AirTags. Okay? Okay. Wow. Let's keep going. Here we go. Attached is Exhibit 1. We read that already. They're filming with. Despite the professional nature of my work, streaming is professional. In contrast, I was expected to accept her participation in intimate on-screen roles, including kissing, close physical contact with her male co-stars in films, without objection. This double standard created ongoing tension and further.
Wait. In contrast, I was expected to accept her. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Fortunately, this is exhibit 1 is true copy. Wherein she states my computer is broken following her belief that I cheated on her. Unfortunately, this is not an isolated incident. Petitioner consistently expressed discomfort and hostility towards my work, particularly when it's involved collaboration film with other women. She refused to be a part of my content and often used emotional manipulation or conflict to prevent me from filming with females colleagues despite the professional nature of my work. In contrast, I was expected to accept her participation in intimate on-screen roles, including kissing, close physical. Damn. So she was like, nah, you can't stream with no females. He was like, damn, I'm not cheating, but if I can't stream with no females, you can't be in no movies kissing and fucking. Right?
Rejected or reflected the controlling and unequal dynamic of our relationship. Petitioner has repeatedly interfered with my work, often initiating arguments, causing disruption while I was recording or editing, withholding access to necessary equipment. Petitioner would force me to edit her out of projects last minute or refuse to allow me or my family to post projects with her likeness or features after having granted consent. Her conduct severely impacted my ability to earn income and maintain stability. Notably, on August 16, 2024, I documented one such outburst where the petitioner were leaving a Bruno Mars concert as the Intuit Dome, which we had attended with our son. During this incident, petitioner became upset and demanded we leave. I was driving back from the concert. She became verbally aggressive and emotionally unhinged in the presence of her child. She began to hit me as I was driving with her child. Petitioner clearly had no regard for her personal safety or that of her infant son. I ended up pulling the car over so I could de-escalate her volatility and make sure we're safe. I recorded her outburst to preserve a record of her behavior as it reflected an ongoing pattern of volatility that continued to jeopardize both my emotional well-being as well as our son's sense of safety and stability. I will play this recording during trial. However, here too is attached as Exhibit 2. It's a true and correct transcript of that recording. So that shit where he's like, yo, stop hitting me. And then he starts saying, keep hitting me. Yeah. So I say, DDG about to be the new Kevin Federline. So I've also repeatedly called my mother during these incidents where petitioner were physically assaulting me. These occurred so frequently I cannot provide the court with specific dates. These events were not isolated. She would often refuse to leave my home or my vehicle, preventing me from leaving and demanding conversations against my will. On multiple occasions, the petitioner has refused to let me leave her home by physically blocking exits and threatening to withhold our son if I attempted to separate from her. On or about January 18, 2025, petitioner agreed that I could pick up my son, Halo, for an overnight visit. However, when I arrived to her residence, she insisted that we discuss a form and formalize the visitation schedule, an issue that became increasingly contentious due to a repeated pattern of using Halo as a means of control. Arbitrarily limited my access based on her emotional preferences. After placing Halo in his car seat, the petitioner unexpectedly entered the car back seat. I refused to leave, effectively preventing me from exercising my custodial time. Despite my repeated request for her to leave the car, she blocked herself inside with Halo and grew increasingly agitated. Concerned for the safety and well-being of our son, I called my mother for guidance on how to proceed. During this incident, petitioner demanded that I talk to her and make a schedule, and then proceeded to strike me from the back seat, launching herself over the center console into the front seat to punch me. As she did so, her own momentum caused her head to hit on the steering wheel, and at no point did I strike her. In fact, I attempted to shield myself by restraining her arms to protect her from further punches. Hey, newsflash to Tory Lanez. This is how you don't get sent to jail. When she says you did A, B, C, and D, you respond by saying, well, you did E, F, G, H, I, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, all of that, okay?
Yeah.
So eventually I drove.
Tory Lanez, bro. Free that nigga, though.
Home with the petitioner still in the back seat. In an effort to get her to calm down and exercise my visitation, I arrived home and went inside with Halo. Petitioner stayed outside to talk to my family and complain about the status of our relationship. After my mother arrived, petitioner spent time with my little sister, who eventually drove her home. At no point did she leave the premises in a state of distress or hysteria. Attached is Exhibit 3, a true and correct reflection of the injuries sustained by petitioner from her attack. Her behavior is consistent with her ongoing efforts to interfere with my custodial rights, including unilaterally denying visitation and traveling out of town, such as her undisclosed trip to St. Lucia, which I only discovered through social media. These acts demonstrate a continued pattern of coercive control, emotional volatility, and the disregard for the agreed-upon parenting arrangements. The petitioner has routinely used emotional coercion and manipulation to exert her control over me, often threatening me by using self-harm or ending her life. The earliest account I have of this is when I documented in March 2022, we're in Atlanta, and an argument ensued between us. I left the petitioner, as I did not want to continue to engage in a fight with her. Upon leaving, the petitioner kept calling me. When I didn't answer her call, she then proceeded to text me. Attached is Exhibit 4. It's a true and correct copy of these messages. In these messages, petitioner is threatened to end the relationship if I don't answer her calls. When I responded, informing her that I just want to be left alone, she threatens me, claiming she has a knife. On several occasions, petitioner has threatened to kill herself, especially when I tried to end the relationship or leave her residence. In or about August 2023, during a particularly volatile argument, petitioner became enraged and threatened to end her life using my legally owned firearm. Without my consent, she took a weapon and left the house. Alarmed and unable to locate her, I immediately contacted my mother, who arrived shortly after. With her fiance George, who assisted search, we found the petitioner outside with the possession of a firearm. He safely retrieved the weapon from her. Following this, petitioner proceeded to run upstairs, locked herself in the master bedroom closet, where she began lying on the floor in an emotional, unstable state. The incident was one of the several in which petitioner action posed a serious threat even to her own safety and the safety of her son by creating an environment of emotional distress and danger within the home. On March 21st, 2024, petitioner sent messages threatening to kill herself and made statements that suggested she might harm her son. She then attempted to drive while in an emotional state of distress with her child in the car. I was concerned for Halo's safety, and I contacted the petitioner's godmother, asking her to intervene. On at least 2 other occasions I recall, one in September 2024 and another in November 2024, petitioner sent similar threatening messages. Attached is Exhibit 5, true and correct copies of the messages I received from the petitioner. Given these threats to self-harm, I believe the petitioner is a threat to our son's safety, such that she should not be allowed to take Halo out of the country for a period of 2 months. I am filing a concurrent ex parte application seeking to preclude the petitioner's international travel. In the event this court does not grant the relief, I have no choice but to report the petitioner's threats to harm herself, thereby placing our son's safety at risk with the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services, something I was hoping to avoid.
Yeah.
Petitioner has refused to allow me to see my son when I was not in a romantic relationship with her. If I created content with other women or posted something online, she would block me and withhold access. She would often use her son as leverage to control me emotionally or punish me. Petitioner frequently blocked me on all platforms after breakups and would only communicate with me through my mother. This became a constant pattern, with her toggling between affectionate behavior and extreme volatility, depending on whether I was physically or emotionally available to her. Petitioner has routinely threatened to withhold custody and block visitation when I assert boundaries or request changes in our parenting plan. She has made it difficult to arrange and pick up and drop off and resorted to screaming threats during these exchanges in front of our son. During one incident, petitioner physically prevented me from retrieving our son by standing in front of the door while yelling profanities at me. My mother was often involved in facilitating safe custody exchanges due to the petitioner's unpredictability and refusal to communicate directly. She has witnessed petitioner attempting to take Halo from my arms, deny parental rights, including an incident at petitioner's West Hollywood apartment where her sister and godmother and father were present. As I was holding Halo in my arms and attempted to visit our son, petitioner began to hit me in an effort to get me to stop taking Halo for the limited time she had already agreed for me to have him in my care custody. Petitioner escalating behavior poses an immediate threat to my safety and emotional well-being, and more importantly, the stability and safety of our child. As a result of such conduct and behavior, I respectfully request the following protective orders: personal conduct and stay-away orders, sole legal and physical custody of Halo to me, or in the alternative, joint legal with physical 2255 custody visitation schedule, prohibition on removing our son from California or the United States without court permission, and also use of family wizard for communication and coordination. Order that all custody exchanges be facilitated by third parties, including my mother or nanny, to avoid further direct contact with the petitioner. I declare all this under penalty of perjury under the state of the laws of California, and this is true. Wow. Crazy. Yo, Lala the Island Girl.
What does Lala gotta say about this shit?
All right. Wow. Okay, Aiden Ross, let me see.
The girls could be like, oh, well, DDG, see, I'm just okay. Oh, you go, okay. The girls could be like, oh, DDG uses his son for views, blah, blah, blah. 3 things I have to counter that with. Number 1, he makes money with his son. He could eventually help his son with college or help him with bills and all that shit. That's the one. For 2, the girl literally, without DDG knowing, literally posted the baby. Like, this is the thing, right? She wants to be in control of the baby's livelihood. It's awesome, like, she wants to be able to control when the baby's allowed to be in the public eye or not. You know what I mean? It's just whack. It's super fucked up, right? It's like, he's the father of the child. He should be able to have the kid, do this, that, right? It's not a mutual thing. So, that's my whole take on that one. Like, you know, he's not a bad dad, bro. I hate me when I die, don't believe. I want to die, I never want to be here again. I hate this all, I hate this life. So look, you know what I see? And it's the last thing I'll say. I pray for her, Holly. I pray for her. I really do. And I'm sure DD's the same exact way. He's not a malicious type of person. I pray for her. She's got demons inside of her. A lot of people do. You know, I hope it's...
Interesting.
Yeah. So why do you think we both are that way? Is it the way we just grew up? I think so. Yeah, so basically, in a relationship, I think I have anxious attachment style. Everybody knows I'm an Aries, I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? I like passion and answers. And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be.
Never knew that.
I lied, bro. I already said how it is, chat. I stand on it. Chat, y'all know the truth. I put DD in a group chat with my lawyers. Shit.
Oh yeah, I remember Aiden say he was gonna get lawyers for that nigga. That's why them niggas on overtime. Yo, that's why them niggas is... Yo, bro, it's them Jews, bro. Aiden got the connect. That's crazy.
Oh, so this is the reason why all this is coming out.
Man, my boy Daryl, man, you gotta make sure he's a good dude. He's a good human being.
This is why all this is coming out. It makes sense. I gotta Halle Bailey your cup. You need Jay-Z to back you up, son.
Change the times which I think the screenshots of DD needs to be a clause in legal. Like, it's just, why the fuck is this not a thing? Dude.
Interesting.
That was crazy.
Interesting.
Check, why she's...
Has anybody else responded to it?
No, because
Cardi B says God told her to consider giving Stephon Diggs a chance. Stephon Diggs, when you see you going...
I feel bad.
I don't give a fuck about that shit.
I'm gonna fall back a little bit from the judgment of Cardi, even though I still think...
Nah, this shit was crazy.